Chapter 5, Lesson 4, Multiplying Polynomials. I can multiply monomials using the exponent rules and the rule of multiplication. So we talked about exponents in Chapter 4, and now in Chapter 5, the rules are going to come back. So remember, when we are multiplying two like bases, we are going to add the exponents, and we're going to multiply the coefficients. So this one, if I multiply the coefficients, it would become 10, and then I add the exponents, x to the fifth. On this next one, I'm actually have a -1 here, so this is going to become -7.
Jake Vanscoy, can you please dial 123? Jake Vanscoy, 1.
On this one, I'm going to combine my y's then to be y to the 15th, and combine my z's to be z to the 9th. The next one we're going to do is a monomial times a binomial, and we are going to be using the distributive property again. So this one has x to the first here. So when I multiply these, it will become 10 because I'm multiplying my coefficients, and then adding my exponents would become x to the second. This one is 2 times -40, which is -80, and there is no other exponents to add, so it just stays as x to the first. On this one, -3 times 4 becomes -12, x to the fourth, plus 18, x to the third, minus 3x squared. The next one we're going to have is two binomials, and we're going to use the FOIL method that we learned in Algebra 1. So remember, FOIL stands for multiply the first terms of each binomial. So x times 2x is 2x squared. The O stands for the outside terms of each binomial. So x is on the outside, and so is 5, which would give me positive 5x, because the 5 is a positive, and so is the x. The I is the inside terms. So the 3 and the 2x, which is 6x. And the L is the last terms of each binomial. 3 times 5 is 15. Now, after the FOIL method, then we need to combine our like terms here. So we have 2x squared plus 11x plus 15. Another FOIL method here, 7x times 3x is 21x to the second. 7x times 1 is 7x. -2 times 3x is -6x. And -2 times 1 is -2. So I have 21x squared plus 1x minus 2. On this one, there's no addition or subtraction, so these are just monomials. We learned that in Chapter 5, Lesson 1. 7.1 times 10 is 71. There's 1x here, be x to the second. Y squared and y seventh would become y ninth. Z 11th and z 1 would become z 12th. This one is a distributive method, so that would give me -48 xy squared, -32 xy or yx. This one is two binomials because of the addition and subtraction signs, so this will be a FOIL. Y times 3y is 3y squared. Y times -2 is -2y. 5 times 3y is 15y. And 5 times -2 is -10. 3y squared plus 13y minus 10. We are next going to multiply a binomial times a trinomial, and we're going to use list distribution. So as we are distributing, we're going to make a list of like terms so that when we go to combine our like terms, they'll be easy to find. So 4a times 6a squared is 24a to the third. This would give me -4a squared and 8a. Now when I distribute here to get that 12a squared, I'm going to stack that underneath. I'm going to list it underneath of my -4a squared. Then the -2a, I'm going to list under the 8a. And the 2 times 2, which is 4, there's no other like terms, so it gets listed at the end. So this makes it easier that when I do my combining of like terms, they're all in the same place. So 7r squared times 12r is 14r to the third. This would give me negative 28r squared. This would give me negative 12r squared plus 24r. This would give me negative 12r and positive 24. So 14r to the third minus 40r squared plus 12r plus 24. When we do a trinomial times a trinomial, we're going to follow the list distribution again. So this would give me 42n to the fourth plus 12n to the third plus 66n squared minus 42n to the third minus 12n squared minus 66n minus 35n squared goes underneath the other ones minus 10n and minus 55. So 42n to the fourth minus 30n cubed, 66 minus 12 minus 35, 19 n squareds minus 76n minus 55. The last one we have here is 3 binomials, and when you do 3 binomials, you're going to do the first and second FOIL, then do that answer with the third in list distribution. So we're going to ignore this 6x plus 7 for now, and we're going to do the FOIL here. So that would give me 4x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 3, which becomes 4x squared minus 4x minus 3. And then after we do that, we're going to take that answer and let's distribute it with the last binomial here. So 24x to the third, 28x squared, negative 24x squared, negative 28x. Whoops, I forgot to list this negative 24x squared under its like term. Negative 28x. Okay. And then we have this last one. It'd be negative 18x minus 21. So 24x to the third plus 4x squared. 28 minus 18 is 46, right? Yes. Minus 21.